To wit, Tedy Bruschi discussed the concept of load management and how it could be applied to this NFL season. That is, of course, not at all the case in the NFL. Several teams' playoff hopes came down to the final game of the year in 2020. Every game matters a lot, even if there are now 17 instead of 16. Every single player works together in concert to succeed. A game could be won or lost depending on the availability of anyone from a superstar quarterback to a key defensive lineman. Some are more important than others, obviously, but high-level talent is spread thinly in the NFL compared to the NBA. Quality depth is harder to come by, but football is also a more physical game than basketball, and we've heard former NFL players speak a lot about how nobody is really 100% at the end of the year. Every player on the roster from top to bottom is dealing with some kind of ailment or lingering hurt by the playoffs. Using the WFT as an example, they aren't going to sit Ryan Fitzpatrick or Chase Young in Week 14 against the Raiders, because losing either of those two significantly impacts their chances of victory. But would they rest someone like Antonio Gibson or Darren Payne if they have some lingering ankle pain to make sure they're as healthy as possible for the divisional stretch run to end the year? They might. I'm not sure we'll see it as load management as much as it'll just be more caution than we've seen in the past. An extra game to make up for a bad loss means coaches can feel more comfortable resting important players who are dealing with an injury that hinders their play but wouldn't prevent them from playing entirely in the past. There will be less pressure for a guy to get on the field with that extra week's cushion. Every coach will talk about how every week is must-win and all that jazz, but it feels probable that internal conversations will be different and coaches will be more open to giving a player an extra week of rest if they're right on the edge of that do not play line. If anything, it'll be the same in the NFL. No coach is going to hold out a star player to reduce the chance he'll get hurt unless the game is absolutely 100% meaningless, like the final game of the year when playoff seedings are set in stone. But many coaches could be convinced to hold out that same star player if they have some lingering pain and the upcoming matchup is against a team from a different conference in the middle of the season with lots of time to make up for a loss. Each team will handle it differently, but I believe Bruschi will end up right, even if the perception will be different.